Hi, everybody. This is Tad Tips 32, I think. It's hashtag CDC whistleblower. What's our total now, Tim, at Tanner's Dad?
Just a little over 820 million impressions, conversations going on Twitter.
So he finally was able to articulate what an impression is, which means basically there's 820 million spots on Twitter that they could be having the types of conversations that we used to always have on Facebook before we became tweet festers. So now I just want to play you this about measles, because one of the big things that's happened since we were little, I'm half a century, and I think Tim, you are too, is the mindset around the childhood illnesses, right down to calling them diseases instead of illnesses, has changed drastically over the last 40 years. And the Brady Bunch was something we watched when we were little, and I just want to show you this episode, the first, 2 minutes. They all have measles.
On my railroad.
I'll be a sport. You can ride on it free.
Thanks a lot. It's your turn, Peter. I need 2 more half.
6.
Missed it.
Boy, this is the life, isn't it?
Yeah. If you have to get sick, you sure can't beat the measles.
That's
Let's see what he says.
right. No medicine.
inside or out. Like shots, I mean.
Don't even mention shots. Yeah.
Okay, that gets us warmed up. Okay, now let's go to your. So bottom line is that from school with the measles, playing Scrabble or whatever that game was, they're playing Monopoly, all talking about how the shots are worse than the measles. So, take that for what it is. Okay, now we're going to go over to your thread and talk to you about some of the stuff you saw today, Tim. Tim.
Basically, today, the media has decided to respond in a big way to the measles outbreak starting in Disneyland. And a number of things jumped out at us. The fact that Disneyland is now testing its employees to see what immunity level that they have, and that's something we would like to see that drilled down and get more information. We had a doctor on CNN that said parents aren't usually monsters, so basically calling us monsters some of the time. And then we had a CNN reporter saying she felt cheated because she got a shot when she was young and didn't get lifelong immunity like she was thought she was going to do. And for those of vaccine injured, how cheated do you feel?
I just remember when I saw that, and I just kept thinking, oh my God, so here's this chick that feels cheated, that she needs to get a second dose of the MMR vaccine, or feels that the notion is being promoted that she needs a second dose to avoid one of the few hundred cases that happened in the United States, none of which resulted in long-term death or injury as far as anybody's ever reported. Comparing that to the vaccine injury that we see just in the VAERS table is outrageous. Anyway, so I'm looking for, where's that video that you did, Tim?
We've had so much going on today that we're still talking about Anderson Cooper and Dr. Sanjay Gupta bringing up Dr. Wakefield and not mentioning Dr. Thompson, which is the current event. We're not sure why they're stuck in a perseverative loop from 14 years ago about Dr. Wakefield when Dr. Wakefield's been exonerated by Dr. Thompson's statements.
And that's all available at /CDC whistleblower, /CDC timeline, /CDC censor, /CDC scandal, Twitter on fire. They're like right there. Okay, can you give me any clue as to where that video that you put on Instagram is? I just wanted to play that one.
It's probably 11 hours ago now. I mean, I've tweeted all day long, so it's been a busy tweet day with all the exciting memes that people are developing, all the exciting links to real substantial studies. The doctor that actually called the parents monsters interacted with me, which is the first in 6 months that a doctor is actually having a conversation with parents, saying that he wasn't apologizing, but he was giving us sympathy. And we don't want sympathy. We want some action, given the 54% of our kids now that have chronic illness.
And we want them to give us the goods. If you're going to say that this is a totally safe vaccine, show us the entire study that makes you believe that's true. Give us the goods, and they just never do that. So let's just go through a few of these memes we found. tinyurl.com/Andy Wakefield. If people start throwing Andy Wakefield at you, you've got /Andy Wakefield. If people start to pretend that there's nothing dangerous, /half are sick is the statistic about our kids are just sick. This is /measles mania. This is /do vaccines cause autism. This is TATIPS31, yesterday's video. The playlist for all the videos. I swear, Tina Links has a ton of resources, probably 1,000 at this point. I'd love to find that video. But bottom line is, the hashtag CDC whistleblower, let's just go to that, is chock full of resources. The trolls are out en masse, though. That's definitely shifted over the last few days. We've been pretty much troll-free for a little while now, and now they're not only coming back, but people are beginning to engage them. Don't feed the trolls. Kid Experiments goes to the video where the head of CDC says we've never tested Vax-Novax. What else you got, Tim? What's a tip?
Today, just remember that keep it short and simple and direct to the point. If you can leave those 24 characters at the end, that gives somebody else a chance to add to it. You're more likely to get a retweet if people feel they can personalize it to their passion and their point of view. So again, that 24, use 116 of the 140 characters and see how much further your tweets go.
And I am just going to go to natural news. Too complicated. I thought I'd be able to find that pictorial, the natural news. We'll find it and tweet it out at Tanner's Dad. But they did a phenomenal pictorial showing where Paul Thorson was involved in, 22 out of the 24 studies. And maybe this is it right here. Here they talk about it. But he's involved in 22 out of the 24 studies involved with the mRNA, and he's on the FBI's most wanted list. So we'll find that video for you. Other than that, great job, everybody. Keep talking about the measles. You can also go to tinyurl.com/I-want-measles and hear Marcella talk about why you might actually want the measles. I know. Okay, thanks so much. Have a great day, Tim.
Finish strong. We're almost there.
Finish strong. Woo!